So as we're talking about wellness this year, and we're in the story right now of Jesus calming the wind and the waters in the midst of the storm. Um, I love this part today and what we're going to talk about because it's really interesting to me when we talk about the disciples going to Jesus. We find at the end of the story that when they went to Jesus, they must have had no idea what Jesus was going to do or what they hoped he would do because we find that when he did calm the wind and the water, they were amazed that it calmed. So they didn't have any inclination, apparently, in their mind that when they woke him up, that he was going to take care of all this. But he does. And in fact, what we find when they wake him up, Jesus says to them, "Oh, you of little faith." They had such small faith in the solution here, but they knew where to go. And to me, that's it's an encouragement to us because sometimes we're in the middle of that storm. We're in the middle of those stressors in life, those challenges in life, and we see no way out. We don't know how this solution is going to come about. But what we see from this story, the example that we have here, is that you go to Jesus anyways. Go to Jesus anyways. Don't worry about the solution. You may be amazed at what he does. In fact, you probably will be. But what we see here is the disciples knew enough that they needed to go to Jesus. They had spent enough time with him that they needed to go to Jesus. They didn't know what was going to be a solution. They didn't know how it was going to be a solution. They were surprised at the solution, but they went to the right source. And that's what's for us. And so the next couple of weeks, we're going to talk about that prayer, that meditation, and how important it is to spend time with Jesus so that when we're in some of those stressor situations, that we know where to go. But also to find that oftentimes when we do those times and spend those times with Jesus, we avoid some of the stressors because we know who's in charge already. So stick with me the next couple of weeks as we deal with our wellness, and specifically the spiritual side of our wellness, where it begins with speaking, talking, and meditating with God. See you next week.